Do you have any weird like do you have any like left field weird curiosity questions about about trans life that like you might be like you may not want to like just flat out ask somebody? Like, do you have anything like that?
Not about body stuff, but here's one thing I want to reflect on. Um, I think you and I feel like both very different people than we when we first used to get to like run into each other.
I feel like that's true. Yes.
I I used to project all of this that human doesn't like me onto the every encounter we had. And that was a lot about me and the story that I was making up in my head. And I wonder if some of what I was experiencing was the discomfort that you had in life that is changing now.
I was constantly uncomfortable um in my own skin. Um one of the one of the ways that I know for sure that I am transgender and what I'm experiencing is very real. Um is that like I know that um for the majority of my life um I have been kind of a miserable bastard. Um I existed in a fog of depression and anxiety, and it clouded absolutely everything. Experiencing joy was something that was like very hard for me to do. Um, and I just thought that like that was a norm. I thought that was normal. Like I thought it was completely normal to just be like kind of just like angry all of the time. Um, and it's not. That's not normal whatsoever. Um, and once I got on hormone replacement therapy, I've been on a fun cocktail of estradiol and progesterone and spironolactone for a little over 2 years now. And in the last year, like after cresting the 1 year mark, one thing I started noticing happening was uh like it's hard to notice something that's not there. Um, but I started realizing that like, hey, like I don't I don't feel like this like ambient like anger. I don't feel this like just all consuming sadness coursing through me anymore. Like I that seems to have for the in large part gone away. Um and I definitely credit that a lot to the hormones. Like estrogen is the human body's crazy. Um like forget about forget about gender, forget about all of that all the politics of everything that that surrounds the conversation about transness. I was running on a testosterone based system, and when I started replacing that with estrogen and reducing my testosterone, I became a happier person. And for whatever else that means, that like that core thing, that's kind of enough for me. Like I it, I installed a different operating system and I'm better. Um the girl part is like that's just icing. That's like I love having breasts. They're great. I've been having a lot of fun growing them. But like and getting to dress however I want. And like honestly, all that stuff I could do that before. I just wouldn't let myself.
Mm.
Um, but it's but the for me and this the every trans person is completely different. Like, no, there is no one universal um way of being trans. There's no one universal trans experience. But for me, being on HRT has made all of the difference in the world. And I am a much better, happier person now that I've been on. And yeah, freaking hooray.